Mayor Fasi was a man who, he wasn't afraid to take a stand. He was what you call the consummate politician. He ran under all the parties, whether it be Democrat, Republican, Independent, and he, was one of the founders of the Shaka sign and the bus and, a whole lot of things, and for so many years and decades. So I don't think you can talk about the city and county of Honolulu without, talking about Mayor Fasi. He's like the mayor when you talk about everything. When you see the mayor, the bus, it's Frank Fasi.
So how would you rate him as among the mayors of the city?
Well, you'd have to rate him right up there. For me, he was like the mayor for most of my adult life. So, as far as I'm concerned, he's rated up there as being elected over and over again. Whether he was not elected then re-elected, so he was popular enough with the people to be obviously thought well of.
Well, as far as I can remember, I think he was a good mayor, and he did a lot for the elderly. Creating a lot of good programs for the children, and I really liked him as a person and as a mayor. And
Well, I thought Mayor Fasi was one of the greatest mayors we ever had down here. He was the type of person that you either liked or disliked. Myself personally, at first, I couldn't stand the man, but after a while, I came to appreciate the job he was done.
And to me, he was sort of like the city mayor in New York, who was his name was Koch, and he had many, many terms. But he was both of them to me were very engaged men, and both of them somehow sort of became personifications of the city. Besides being individuals, they were personifications of the city. And stories, I don't remember stories, but I remember it was a good time, and I think also financially it was a better time. So, when there's more money, then people, can have a good feeling about the mayor because they can do more things for the city.
So how would you rate him as a mayor of Honolulu?
Well, higher than the current mayor, but that may be a reflection that as I say, we're in tougher economic times. So, and also there's a certain polarization going on in this country between the two leading parties, and I think we need a third party to break through it.
I'm very sad to hear that Frank passed away. That Mr. Fasi was a wonderful mayor, and he has done a lot for our county over here in Oahu. It's sad. Sad for the family, and I hope he's going to be really remembered for all the things that he's done. I know that his son went to school with me, so him and Auntie Joyce used to drop him off at my birthday parties on Prospect Street. So yeah, and he was a wonderful man.
I know he started the bus, and that's a good thing because the bus helps a lot of people today. I usually say I'm catching Uncle Frank's limo when I'm catching the bus. But I know from what I know, he was a nice man, He looked humble. I remember the shaka and the big shaka and the bus. Oh, I would rate him as number one. Number one, yeah.